Please be seated. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mercer University's White Coat Ceremony for first-year students at the College of Pharmacy. And I want to tell you something. This is a special day, not just for you, but for me, too. In my career as a pharmacy educator, you're my 40th first-year class. So all the classes, every class is special and important to me, but I think this class may be even more special to me because of that. 40 years, that's amazing. Okay, Dr. Greg DeLoach is Interim Dean of the James and Carolyn McAfee School of Theology at Mercer University. He has pastored congregations throughout Georgia for nearly 3 decades, and previously was the executive director of Developmental Disabilities Ministries, a charitable corporation serving adults with developmental disabilities. In addition to his Mercer duties, he serves as teaching pastor of First Baptist Monroe in Monroe, Georgia. Please stand as Dr. DeLoach brings the invocation.
We begin with 2 verses from Psalm 76. Yours is the day, yours also the night. You established the moon and the sun. You have fixed all the bounds of the earth. Let us pray. Assembled before you, O God, are scholars in the making, students, faculty, staff, and practitioners, all who are answering a summons, a sacred call, in the spirit of the mystic Howard Thurman, who have responded not to what the world needs, but what makes them come alive, because what they are is what the world needs. Bless all who gather this day, that each one may live fully into the values of the College of Pharmacy: excellence, integrity, caring, innovation, learning, professionalism, and commitment. Quicken their minds in their lifelong quest to discover truths that will enrich health and improve lives. It will come in labs and clinics and classrooms, but it will also come in the realness of human need and broken bodies. Deepen their hearts, that compassion may mark their words as well as their deeds. Strengthen their very lives as they prepare to change the world, one student at a time. Yours is the day, yours also the night. And so we commend these students in the College of Pharmacy into your care as they prepare to care for a world waiting for them. With a grateful heart we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. DeLoach. Please be seated. Today is an important day in your life, members of the class of 2024. This ceremony marks the first of many steps you will take as you work toward your goal of becoming a pharmacist. I am delighted that Mercer is your gateway to this rewarding career and profession. You're the reason we're here. Your success is what defines our success. Obviously, this ceremony is quite different than the one we had hoped to give you. You are not sitting shoulder to shoulder with your classmates, and your friends and family are not here. Despite the circumstances we are all in today, we want to honor you and this day with the dignity and joy that the event deserves, while maintaining everyone's safety. In these past months, healthcare professionals have received a great deal of attention, and it is richly deserved. I think the general public has gained a new appreciation of the complexities of pharmacy and other health professions, how we put ourselves on the front lines every day, offering hope and healing for those who suffer and for their loved ones. It's why we're here. It's why you're here today, to begin this noble journey. More than ever, the white coat is a visible outward symbol of a healthcare professional, ready to help, ready to serve. When you wear the white coat today for the first time, it symbolizes your own commitment to the core values of the College of Pharmacy and the profession of pharmacy: professionalism, respect, integrity, and caring. This is a good time to emphasize that a professional is more than an expert. It is someone who possesses empathy and sympathy for the suffering of others, who is willing to place the interest of others ahead of your own in the pursuit of the relief of suffering. Imagine that a loved one is seriously ill, perhaps a beloved member of your own family. Think of that person now, someone you love dearly, someone who means everything to you. Form a picture of that person in your mind. Do you have it? Do you have that person in your mind? Now imagine that a pharmacist is researching the best choice of medication, calculating the proper dosage, and carefully checking for interactions with other medications that are being used. If the pharmacist reaches the end of the shift in a hospital and it is time to go home, I'll bet you hope that that pharmacist will stay until these potentially life-saving decisions are made. Instead of just saying, it's time for me to go, the pharmacist on the next shift will handle it. When I met with you during your interviews, many of you heard me say that at Mercer we're interested not only in preparing you to be a great pharmacist, but also to be a leader who improves the lives of people in the communities where you will serve. Our mascot is the bear. There's a big statue of him right outside the building where you will attend many of your classes. You can jump up and give him a high five on the way to class. Perhaps you've seen the banners all around campus that say, "Be the bear." You'll most likely figure out on your own what "be the bear" means, but it's much more than cheering for the football team. Let me give you some hints. When you give your best effort in class, not only for your own learning, but also to support the learning of your classmates, you're the bear. When you seek help from others whom you admire to enhance your own learning when you feel you're struggling in class, you're the bear. When you conduct blood pressure and diabetes screenings at community events, you're the bear. When you're on the team that administers more than 500 influenza vaccines and hopefully soon a COVID-19 vaccine in a single day, you're the bear. When you're studying in the laboratories and clinics of our professors to find ways to combat addiction to drugs or find a safe and painless way to administer vaccines widely around the world, you're the bear. When you open a pharmacy and a clinic in a rural, undeserved community where people don't have easy access to health care, you're the bear. And when you do whatever it takes to provide the best care to that loved one I mentioned before, because everybody is somebody's loved one, you're the bear. And to show others that you are a proud Mercer bear, you'll find a bear pin in the top pocket of your white coat, just like this. You can pin it on your lapel and wear it proudly. Today is memorable, not only for each of you, but for the people who love and support you. I thank your family and friends for their support and encouragement. You're going to need it. Student pharmacists need both in this rigorous program of preparation. The foundation of any college or university is a committed and caring faculty and staff who possess not only the technical expertise required to provide a great education, but also an authentic commitment to the individual success of each student. I ask the faculty and staff to please rise and be recognized. I'd also like to recognize two members of the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association who are with us today. Dr. Idris Darcy, Alumni Association Vice President, class of 1989 of Peachtree Corners, Georgia, and Dr. Nikki Bryant of Preston, Georgia, class of 2003. By the way, Dr. Bryant's graduating class in 2003 holds the distinction of being the centennial class of the college, which was founded in 1903. 100 years for Nikki's class, 117 years of history in the College of Pharmacy. I want to give special thanks to our donors who fund the purchase of white coats for our new pharmacists, and the Kroger Company Atlanta Division for its support of this event. We appreciate the Kroger Company's long-standing commitment to pharmacy practice and education, and its participant as a sponsor of the White Coat Ceremony. Please join me in thanking Kroger and our donors for their support. Now I am pleased to introduce our speaker today, Dr. Idris Darcy. After Dr. Darcy graduated from Mercer in 1989, she completed a postgraduate residency in pharmacy practice at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and then a postgraduate specialty residency in clinical pharmacokinetics here at Mercer. She developed innovative pharmacy services and created a postgraduate residency program in pediatric pharmacy at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. She conducted and published research on pediatric pharmacokinetics, pain management in children, and other areas of need. In 2000, she joined Pfizer Pharmaceuticals, supporting a variety of medical teams, and in 2014 helped build Pfizer's Pediatric Center of Excellence. Today, she serves as Pfizer's Global Pediatric Medical Director in its New York headquarters, dedicated to improving the health of children across the world. She lives here in Atlanta with her family and serves as Vice President of the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Idris Darcy to the podium.
Dean Crabtree, thank you for that kind introduction and invitation to participate in this special occasion. I am honored to be with you today. I want to share with you some of my journeys and offer a few thoughts as you begin your first year of school here at Mercer. I will never forget my first week of pharmacy school. I was 20 years old, left my home in rural North Florida to move to Atlanta where I knew no one. My mom was a nurse, but I could not stomach blood, guts, and germs. So I thought pharmacy would be medicine in a sterile environment. There were a few things I knew I would never do, including anything to do with large businesses or the pharmaceutical industry. What do you want when you graduate from Mercer with your PharmD degree? Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10, or 20 years? This is a new chapter in your story. Set aside time to think about your goals, plan your roadmap accordingly. Most importantly, what can you do to maximize your experience so that you make a positive difference? The incredible opportunity to attend Mercer's Pharmacy School is a chance of a lifetime for you to learn, ask questions, and move out of your comfort zone. Take full advantage of this gift. My first few months were filled with new adventures, friends, and routines. During class, my friends and I decided we would sit in the fourth row of the classroom. A student with a huge pink bag that sprawled the floor sat at the entrance of our row. Every day, we would trip over her big pink bag as we made our way to our seats. It became a joke, but we all became close friends. Remember my friend with the big pink bag? I will come back to her later. After graduating with my PharmD from Mercer, I went on to the University of Alabama, where I completed a general medicine residency followed by a specialty residency in pharmacokinetics. I was developing a rare skill and a passion for pediatrics. My dream? To work at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. I started exploring my options and decided to accept the only job opening at Children's, which was a swing shift position. In other words, I took all the leftover shifts. During my interview at Children's, I saw many opportunities to use my training and clinical skills. Still, I needed to start as a staff pharmacist with no clinical responsibility. Soon I started building a pharmacokinetic service, but had to do this on my own time. I started in the neonatal intensive care unit. The neonatologists saw the benefits of my work. They were no longer having to guess at doses, draw blood excessively, and wait days to achieve therapeutic drug levels in critically ill babies. The unit started depending on me. Within 6 months, I was promoted to a clinical pharmacist, so I expanded the pharmacokinetic service to the entire hospital. We started a clinical pharmacy residency program that I directed, and after a few years, I was promoted to the pharmacy manager, clinical pharmacy manager, overseeing all clinical pharmacy services. With this job, we could train other pharmacists not only to dispense to their patients, but also to become an essential contributor to the medical care of each patient. My point here is to stress that you usually do not start at the top. It takes patience, hard work, and sometimes doing jobs that you may be overtrained to do. My advice to you is while you're in pharmacy school and a guest on rotations, work hard and look for ways to help. Sweep the floors every once in a while if needed. Small acts of kindness can pay significant dividends. Being a professor and preceptor is often a job on top of everyday craziness of a job. Show them how much you appreciate the time that they are putting into your education. Write them thank you notes. They will remember and appreciate you. Have a career dream and explore ways to make that dream come true. After 8 years at Children's, I was approached by several pharmacy school classmates who were working at Pfizer, including my classmate with the big pink bag. They wanted to know if I had an interest in coming to a new team at Pfizer. I had my dream job at Children's, and industry was my last choice of jobs. Long story short, 2 years later, I left Children's and went to work at Pfizer. It was the right choice for my season of life. My 20th anniversary at Pfizer just passed, and by the way, a Mercer grad who was 3 years ahead of me was the one who hired me. We knew each other through pharmacy school organizations. My classmate with the big pink bag was my team leader. Your involvement in school activities and professional organizations will be key to your career. Don't be too busy to miss out on making lifelong friends and acquaintances through these organizations. Remember, you never know how your paths will continue to cross long after graduation. After 10 years in pediatrics, my job at Pfizer was now adult-focused. I was thankful for the time in adult medicine courses because now I was recalling everything I had learned 10 years prior. Realize when you go through your classes and your rotations, you may think you will never use some of the information presented, but life is full of surprises. You will likely draw on content you thought you would never use. For example, 6 years into my first job at Pfizer, I decided I wanted to move to a more specialized area with emphasis on research. I was offered a position with the urology team. If you know anything about Pfizer, that translates into working with urologists, that's urologist with a U, who specialize in ED. By the way, ED does not stand for emergency department. At Pfizer, it stands for something else. Yes, I worked on the Viagra team. If you would have told me during my first year of pharmacy school that I would work in industry and be a medical expert on the Viagra team, I would have told you that you were insanely crazy. My advice, pay attention, absorb everything. You never know where opportunities will lead you. Hard work, cultivating passion for something that you're not so passionate about, a positive attitude, and a going above and beyond are all the ingredients for success. In 2012, regulatory changes led the FDA to require almost every drug brought to market be studied in children. Word got out around Pfizer that I could help with pediatric trials, so again, on the side, I started reviewing pediatric protocols and giving input into potential pediatric study sites. A pediatrician and I wrote a proposal for our chief medical officer requesting 2 positions reporting to her to develop the Pediatric Center of Excellence. This proposal was approved, and I've now spent the last 7 years working across Pfizer's portfolio in pediatric studies. I help develop study protocols, visit researchers in children's hospitals across the world, and have incredible opportunities working with pediatric leaders to advance pediatric drug development. It is more than a dream come true. Your next 4 years will not be without challenges and difficult times. Life goes on. It does not stop just for you to go to school. Life events will happen, some happy, some sad. You, the class of 2024, are family for the next 4 years at least, and some for a lifetime. You are blessed to attend Mercer, and you have incredible faculty who care deeply for you. Do not hesitate to reach out for help when needed. You all have been through challenges, and your professors are here for you. Your journey will take you to incredible places, some planned, some not, some you like, some you don't. Take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to learn everything you can and have a fantastic journey along the way.
Idris, don't go far. Now, that was a terrific, fantastic example of what I share with you on Monday, and that is the decisions you make beginning now in pharmacy school position you for opportunities down the road. It's just a wonderful story. So it's here. I want to congratulate and thank Dr. Darcy for all you do for the profession of pharmacy and all you've done for the College of Pharmacy. And this is a plaque that reads, Mercer University College of Pharmacy presents to Idris Darcy, PharmD, an award of appreciation for being the guest speaker at the White Coat Ceremony for the class of 2024, August 14, 2020. Thank you, Idris.
Thank you so much.
Air shake. I do that a lot now, air shake. Dr. Candace Barnett, Executive Associate Dean, will now present the class of 2024. She will read one student's name at a time. Handing you your white coats will be Dr. Jonathan Hamrick, Clinical Assistant Professor, and your class advisor, and Dr. Darcy, the speaker for today, and Vice President of the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association. After you put on your white coat yourself, normally we would cloak you, but under the circumstances, we're doing this.
A little bit different.
A little bit different. Okay, I'm reading the script. All right.
They're actually going to cloak the students.
Oh, we're cloaking?
We are cloaking.
We're cloaking. We're cloaking.
We're cloaking. I forgot to update you.
Okay, I stand corrected. We're cloaking. Do they know this?
They do.
They do know this. Okay. All right. Everybody knows it except the dean. All right. After you are cloaked with your white coat, you will sign the Pledge of Professionalism, and I'm judging by that bowl with all those pens that everybody gets their own, so we're not going to hand one pen to the next person? Okay, so that'll be a memory for you.
Just remember to put the lid on it.
Yeah, don't forget, the cap goes on so that you don't mark up your white coat, right. And then you can have your photo taken at our banner with or without your mask. So if you'd like to have your photo without your mask, you can just take it off briefly, have your snapshot made, and then put it back on. Once you return to your seat, Dr. Lee Winkles, Clinical Associate Professor of Pharmacy and Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, will lead you in reciting the Pledge of Professionalism. Dr. Barnett.
Fodi Abdallah. Mariam Al-Suwaidi. Sahar Amuzagar Asli. Troy Ash. Lalade Ayano. Zudi Anu. Emily Bennett. Risha Baguette. Shiv Baguette. Andrew B. Janice Bibbs. Istiak Biswas. India Brewer. Jose Bristol. Tamani Brown. Miriam Brookus. Trevor Bruno. John Buckwright. Morgan Butts. Raj Champanari. Erica Chilagoram. Janelle Cole. Jordan Cunningham. Jared Denning. Rachel Dirick. Thomas Dick. Jamaica Duncan. Rachel Dunn. Ayodelami Ekundayo. Precious Equibellum. Shante Fletcher. Melissa Frazier. Allison Georgescu. Daria Gibson. Tiffany Gilchrist. Gemekis Gobana. Ashley Gordon. Aaliyah Gouch. Gage Griffin. Robert Grossman. Jerusalem Hale. Anna Hampton Ashford. Brian Hanberry. Tania Harper. Haley Herod. Dawson Hilliard. Jenny Hollingsworth. Raven Hopkins. Brianna Huff. Hasina Hussain. Ann Wynn. Farhan Islam. Jeremiah Jackson. Ariane Johnson. Kristen Jones. Jaslyn Joseph. Taylor Justice. Shravan Kanan. Ramteen Karamayi. Hyo Kim. Junhee Kim. Omopalomi Kuku. Kendra Langum. Christine Lee. Eagle Lee. Alyssa Leonard. Bianca Leroy. Paula Lentz. Amila Yalich. Wangale Lloyd. Xavier Malave Padilla. Renee McLawrence. Yanya Mendoza Bristol. Jafar Mohammed. Josiah Moore. Natalie Morton. Chastity Mosby. Eric Moses. Caitlin Moss. Sikandar Niazi. Jacquez Nickerson. Felucio Odeyemi. Whitney Often. Victor O'Kine. Rawan Othman. Aratibin Patel. Hirol Patel. Ravina Patel. Reshma Patel. Yash Patel. Zeel Patel. Ziankle Patel. Truck Pham. Tarek Prince. Kelsey Roberts. Jill Schallenberger. Jennifer Smith. Presley Smith. Joshua Story. Chantel Strayhorn. Nina Sue. Avinash Suku. Yvonne Suttles. Thong Ta. Maria Zoila Torres. Anna Tran. Jacqueline Tran. Ha Win Trin. Eduardo Valdezin. Truck Vo. Tiffany Vu. Shelley Viaz. Christine Walker. Allison Walton. Nicholas Widner. Katie Williams. Savannah Wright. Bailey Yoles. Marlena Young.
Marlena, last but not least. Are you usually last in line every time something like this happens? Well, I think at graduation we should do reverse alpha, don't you? So that you and your family can celebrate first. Gosh, everybody looks great. I wish you could see this from where I'm seeing it. Maybe he's taking some pictures. You just look great. Now, your family is not here today, but they're going to get a recording that they can watch. And Mr. Kordewick is up there in the corner recording all this with a video. So why don't we stand up, turn around, and give a big shout to your family on the video. Hi, Mom and Dad. Gosh, that's great. You all look so good. Dr. Winkles will now lead you in, do they have the pledge?
They do.
All right, Dr. Winkles, because I just want to make sure.
Well, they didn't, but they do now.
Okay. Dr. Winkles will now lead you in reciting the Pledge of Professionalism. Dr. Winkles.
Thank you, Dean. They did not have the pledge, but they do now, so does everyone have their pledge? Okay, I'm seeing yes, and we did practice yesterday as well.
That's great, thank you.
So, all right, will the entering class please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Professionalism? We will do so responsively. As a student of pharmacy, there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity grounded in integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in your education, will help to ensure that you are true to the professional relationship established between yourself and society as you become a member of the pharmacy community. Integrity will be an essential part of your everyday life, and you will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish your goal of professional development, you are asked to make this pledge. As a student of pharmacy, I will develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession. Responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I will strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the oath of a pharmacist and the code of ethics for pharmacists as set forth by the profession. Dedicate my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of personal and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and personal attributes to ensure and facilitate the professional commitment required of the pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of ethical principles. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patients you serve. As a student of pharmacy, this does not start with graduation. Rather, it begins with your membership in this professional college community. Therefore, will you strive to uphold this pledge as you advance toward full membership in the profession? Thank you.
Okay, now, please be seated. Now, raise your hand if you've experienced this. You interviewed for pharmacy, you got accepted, you said, I'm going to pharmacy school, and all your family and friends started asking you for advice about health care and medications, all right? Raise your hands. Yeah, I see almost everybody. And so you think, I don't know anything. I haven't even started class yet. Well, Monday, that all changes. Monday, you start figuring it out. And then you really do know things. You're really going to learn starting Monday. So what a great day this is. It's a grand day. I congratulate each of you for the path that you have chosen, and I'm so glad that you're doing it with us. Thank you for joining us today as you embark on your new journey. Welcome to the Mercer Pharmacy family. This concludes our program. Congratulations, everybody. That's okay. It actually made it a little cuter, I think.
Yes, they made it the
Idris, thank you so much. We'll do this again. That's the hardest part, is learning how to pronounce the name. All right.